Hello, welcome back. Let's continue. I did finish uploading. So let's read GeForce FX. So that's no GeForce 5 series. So, but that's 6. So it's 2 p.m. and I just need a bag of chips. So let's close GeForce 4, but that's my Wikipedia. I forgot to open my Adobe Acrobat. Yes, I have to adjust my camcorder again. But I did finish eating my chips, so I'm not going to make a lot of noise. So I think I did open it. No, I need to open the GeForce FX, but I thought I did downloads. No, I had forgot to download, so let's do it. Download and save to my hard drive. I have all this Wikipedia PDF. I have it on my hard drive, and I have a backup. I have a copy. But remember, when I was younger, when I was a young adult in the early year 2000s, I remember these names, but I was age 30 in 1900s, 96, so that's I was old adult, like 35. Like in year 2002, I was like 35. I was more than adult. I was start to get to my 40s. Yes, I was age 40 in 2006. So this is 2000. That's 3 years. Three years before I'm age 40. So, but I remember some of these names. I remember. Like this GeForce 2, 3 and 4, I remember a little bit, and I remember this Riva. But let's read this. I need a minute to do myself ready. I have to go to my bed, check my cell phone, drink some cola. But now it's 2 p.m. I did finish uploading my Danish video, so, but I need a shower and a shaving today.
GeForce FX Series. GeForce FX Series GeForce FX logo. Release date January 27, 2003. Codename NV30, NV31, NV34, NV35, NV36, NV38. Architecture Ankine, Microarchitecture, Models GeForce FX Series GeForce FX V Series. GeForce FX Liseries. GeForce FX Series. GeForce FX Series. GeForce FX Ultra Series. GeForce PC Series. card entry level FX 5100 FX 5200 FX 5200 LEFX 5300 FX 5500 mid-range FX 5600 FX 5700 PCX 5750 high-end FX 5800 FX 5900. The GeForce FX or GeForce 5 series, codenamed NV30, is a line of graphics processing units from the manufacturer Nvidia. Overview. Nvidia's GeForce FX series is the fifth generation of the GeForce line. With GeForce 3, the company introduced programmable shader functionality into their 3D architecture, in line with the release of Microsoft's DirectX 8.0. The GeForce 4T was an enhancement of the GeForce 3 technology. With real-time 3 graphics technology continually advancing, the release of DirectX 9.0 brought further refinement of programmable pipeline technology with the arrival of Shader Model 2.0. The GeForce FX series is Nvidia's first-generation Direct 3D 9 compliant hardware. The series was manufactured on TSMC's 130nm fabrication process. 1. It is compliant with Shader Model 2.0/2.0, allowing more flexibility in complex shader/fragment programs and much higher arithmetic precision. It supports a number of new memory technologies, including DDR2, GDDR2 and GDDR3, and saw Nvidia's first implementation of a memory data bus wider than 128 bits. 2. The anisotropic filtering implementation has potentially higher quality than previous Nvidia designs. 1. Anti-aliasing methods have been enhanced and additional modes are available compared to GeForce 4. 1. Memory bandwidth and fill rate optimization mechanisms have been improved. 1. Some members of the series offer double fill rate in Z. Buffer/stencil only passes. 2. The series also brought improvements to the company's video processing hardware, in the form of the Video Processing Engine, VPE, which was first deployed in the GeForce 4 MX. 3. The Primary Edition, compared to previous Nvidia GPUs, was per pixel video interlacing. 3. The initial version of the GeForce FX, the 5800, was one of the first cards to come equipped with a large dual-slot cooler. Called Flow FX, the cooler was very large in comparison to a TI small, single-slot cooler on the 9700 series. 4. It was jokingly referred to as the Dust Buster, due to a high level of fan noise. 5. The advertising campaign for the GeForce FX featured The Dawn, which was the work of several veterans from the computer animation Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. 6. Nvidia touted it as the dawn of cinematic computing. 7. PCX 5950 Enthusiast 5800 Ultra, 5900 Ultra, 5950 Ultra API support Direct 3D 9.0A Shader Model 2.0A OpenGlow 2.1 History Predecessor GeForce 4 Series Successor GeForce 6 Series Support Status Unsupported. Nvidia debuted a new campaign to motivate developers to optimize other titles for Nvidia hardware at the Game Developers Conference, GDC, in 2002. In exchange for prominently displaying the Nvidia logo on the outside of the game packaging, the company offered free access to a state-of-the-art test lab in Eastern Europe that tested against 500 different PC configurations for compatibility. Developers also had extensive access to Nvidia engineers, who helped produce code optimized for the company's products. 8. Hardware based on the NV30 project didn't launch until near the end of 2002, several months after ATI had released their competing DirectX 9 architecture. 9. Overall performance. GeForce FX 5200 GeForce FX is an architecture designed with DirectX 7, 8 and 9 software in mind. Its performance for DirectX 7 and 8 was generally equal to ATI's competing products with the mainstream versions of the chips, and somewhat faster in the case of the 5900 and 5950 models. But it is much less competitive across the entire range for software that primarily uses DirectX 9 features. 10. Its weak performance in processing shader Model 2 programs is caused by several factors. The NV3X design has less overall parallelism and calculation throughput than its competitors. 11. It is more difficult, compared to GeForce 6 and ATI Radeon R300 series, to achieve high efficiency with the architecture due to architectural weaknesses and a resulting heavy reliance on optimized pixel shader code. While the architecture was compliant overall with the DirectX 9 specification, it was optimized for performance with 16-bit shader code, which is less than the 24-bit minimum that the standard requires. When 32-bit shader code is used, the architecture's performance is severely hampered. 11. Proper instruction ordering and instruction composition of shader code is critical for making the most of the available computational resources. 11. Hardware refreshes and diversification. Personal Cinema FX 5700 Nvidia's initial release, the GeForce FX 5800, was intended as a high-end part. At the time, there were no GeForce FX products for other segments of the market. The GeForce 4MX continued in its role as the budget video card, and the older GeForce 4T cards filled in the mid-range. In April 2003, the company introduced the GeForce FX 5600 and GeForce FX 5200 to address the other market segments. Each had an ultra variant and a slower, budget-oriented variant and a loosed conventional single-slot cooling solutions. The 5600 Ultra had respectable performance overall, but it was slower than the Radeon 9600 Pro and sometimes slower than the GeForce 4T series. 12. The FX 5200 did not perform as well as the DirectX 7.0 generation GeForce 4MX 440 or Radeon 9000 Pro in some benchmarks. 13. Personal Cinema FX 5900 Ultra GeForce FX 5950 Ultra in May 2003, Nvidia launched the GeForce FX 5900 Ultra, a new high-end product to replace the low-volume and disappointing FX 5800. Based upon a revised GPU called NV35, which fixed some of the DirectX 9 shortcomings of the discontinued NV30. This product was more competitive with the Radeon 9700 and 9800. 14. In addition to redesigning parts of the GPU, the company moved to 256-bit memory data bus, allowing for significantly higher memory bandwidth than the 5800 even when utilizing more common DDR's DRAM instead of DDR2. 14. The 5900 Ultra performed somewhat better than the Radeon 9800 Pro in games natively using shader model 2, and had a quieter cooling system than the 5800. 14. In October 2003, Nvidia released the GeForce FX 5700 and GeForce FX 5950. The 5700 was a mid-range card using the NV36 GPU with technology from NV35, while the 5950 was a high-end card again using the NV35 GPU but with additional clock speed. The 5950 also featured a redesigned version of the 5800's Flowfx cooler, this time using a larger, slower fan and running much quieter as a result. The 5700 provided strong competition for Radeon 9600 XT in games limited to light use of shader model 2.15. The 5950 was competitive with Radeon 9800 XT, again as long as pixel shaders were likely used. 16. In December 2003, the company launched the GeForce FX 5900 XT, a graphics card intended for the mid-range segment. It was similar to the 5900 Ultra, but clocked slower and used slower memory. It more thoroughly competed with Radeon 9600 XT, but was still behind in a few shader-intense scenarios. 17. The GeForce FX line moved to PCI Express in early 2004 with a number of models, including the PCX 5300, PCX 5750, PCX 5900, and PCX 5950. These cards were largely the same as their AGP predecessors with similar model numbers. To operate on the PCIe bus, an AGP to PCHSI bridge chip on the video card converted the PCIe signals into AGP signals for the GPU. 18. Also in 2004, the GeForce FX 5200/5300 series that utilized the NV34 GPU received a new member with FX 5500. 19. Discontinued support. Nvidia has ceased driver support for GeForce FX series. Windows 9X and Windows Me 81.98 released on the 21st of December 2005. Download. Product support list Windows 95/98/Me 81.98. Windows 2000. 32-bit Windows XP and Media Center Edition, 175.19 released on June 23, 2008. Download. Product supported list also on this page. Note that the 175.19 driver is known to break Windows Remote Desktop, RDP. 20. The last version before the problem is 174.74. It was apparently fixed in 177.83, although this version is not available for the GeForce 5 graphic cards. 21. Also worth of note is that 163.75 is the last known good driver that correctly handles the adjustment of the video overlay color properties for the GeForce FX series. Subsequent WHQL drivers do not handle the whole range of possible video overlay adjustments, 169.21, or have no effect on those, 175.xx. Windows XP. 32-bit 175.40 released on the 1st of August, 2008. Download. Windows Vista, 96.85 released on the 17th of October, 2006. Download. Product support list Windows Vista 96.85. Windows Vista 97.34 released on the 21st of November 2006. Download. See also. Comparison of Nvidia graphics processing units. Runtime, microarchitecture. GeForce 4 series.
Yes, let's stop. Because the video splits in 30 seconds, so I will just download the next one, the GeForce 6 series.